Hello, and welcome back to Prife International's live stream. Every week, we get to cover inspirational life stories from around the world. And today, we have a very special case because I've never done this before. I've actually brought back one of my guests in the past whom I've interviewed. And the question is, I guess, can one person change the lives of many? Well, the answer is yes. You will see for yourself what this person has done all the way from the United States, Idaho. Our wonderful guest, Julia Thawley. Hi, Julia. Can you unmute yourself? Welcome.
Hello, Dr. How are you
Okay.
again?
Yeah, we're here again. And this time around, you are actually in Manila. Previously, you were in the States, but now you're in Manila. Now, tell us about your journey. I mean, you used the product, you were blessed with a wonderful effectiveness of the product. And when you went back to the Philippines, you decided to give this blessing to all the people that you come into contact with. Can you please enlighten us what happened in your journey?
Okay. Actually, I am not in Manila, but I am in Laguna, and it's about 2-hour drive from Manila. But my journey, I went to the Philippines a week after you interviewed me, sometime in February 22nd of last year. I can't believe it's almost a year. And I attended my college, high school, elementary reunion. And we were supposed to go to Malaysia because we won, the trip to Malaysia. And then they launched the Prife International in Manila. So we decided we're not going, but rather just attend the one in here. And then something happens to my health. I was working so hard, I barely sleep. And so like 2 hours, a night. And so my energy went so low. So my aunt, who is acting like our second mother, Aunt Vicky, decided for me not to go back to the States and get some treatment here. And my upline leader, Linda Marte, she was building my team while I was just giving her all those people who I helped before in my life insurance final expense job. And that's the start of it. In December 2022, I gave out a bunch of iTeraCare units in the United States and in other parts of the world, like in Canada, in Australia, and then also in the Philippines. But I just realized they don't really, when you give out something for free, they don't really value it. And they didn't realize, okay, this is so effective. So when I got here in Laguna, I kind of like dig in those people that I gave in the units, and that's the start of it.
Okay, so and then you started teaching them, blowing on them, and well, specifically, there are four cases that you would like to discuss tonight. And let me start off by sharing the first case. And if you would allow me, these are the pictures sent from you. And let me just show our viewers this particular case. Can you please enlighten us what happened here in this
Okay,
particular?
the woman in
Yeah.
red, she was
Mm,
my former high school teacher. Her name is Carmen Mang Viridiano. My classmates in high school, kind of like when we got together during the reunion, they told me, hey, you have to visit her. They describe her as if she was dying. And so we visited her and looked at her case, and she is diabetic. Her feet were really this is not the before and after, it's left and right, but
mm.
it was so dark. It's kind of like somebody commented it's a candidate for amputation.
So
And
this is
I
this
looked.
is the this is the after therapy, right? After,
Right,
after,
right.
yeah,
It
after your session.
Correct.
Yeah.
Before it was so dark. And so
Mhm.
we that was like late July of last year. We started blowing it, and then it's kind of like it's not really that much helping as fast as we can. So we decided to put a little bit help of medication, but she never stopped using the wand.
Mhm.
I gave them the unit as a gift because they were so precious when I was studying in high school, and I owe them a lot.
Well, it's like your moving forward, I guess it's your gratitude to, to these people who help you in your younger days. And
Correct,
you really want to help them from the bottom of your heart.
correct. And they really appreciate the technology. They were so pleased with it, and that's the start of it. Up to this time,
Mhm.
she feels she's so she can stand, and then
Mhm.
her diabetes is really improving. Her
Mhm.
reading are really improving. We're concentrating on blowing her back and
Mhm.
also the feet.
Wow. And here's another case. Also, I guess they are kind of related. They stay in the same.
Right. She's also a high school teacher of mine. And she had two strokes back in 2005, and then she got better, and then she had another stroke in 2015, and half of her body is really, affected so bad. Before, we can't really understand how she talks. It's kind of like she murmur, but now she can really talk, and she talks a lot to us. And before, she cannot really, put her arm up, and she cannot put her fingers, uh, open. And then now she can do all of those things. I believe with another 2 or 3 months, she will be able to, open really all the fingers, and then the arm she can move and reach somewhere where it needs really a lot of pushing and something.
Yeah, well, it's a blessing to these two former teachers of yours. And
Right.
aside from them, you also have your case number two, right? You call it case number two.
Okay.
Yeah. So tell us about case number two. Also in Laguna, I guess.
Um, if that is the case of, Russell Huyosa, or I believe that's my cousin first, right?
Prostate enlargement.
Oh yeah, that's the prostate enlargement. He was he was diagnosed with prostate enlargement in 2016, and so the wife took him to the doctor, gave him some medication so that it will be um, taken care of to get smaller. And then at the same time, he was diagnosed being diabetic. He is dear to me because he's also related to one of our therapists. And but just like I said, if you give the unit, they never realize how important the unit was. So um, when I came here in the Philippines, they started using it, and he was using it every night. So he's going back to the doctor supposedly January 6th, but the wife said he's gonna go back in January 17th because he still has some medication. But he feels there's no tumor, no enlargement. It's getting better, smaller. He just want to be sure that it is really getting smaller. So that's how he feels right now. But he's blowing every night religiously before he goes to sleep.
Well, just to recap, I mean, did I hear you correctly? You said there's no more prostate enlargement and there's no more tumor. Did you say that?
Yeah,
Wow. Amazing.
that's how they feel. But
Okay.
they want a validation also of the doctor, so they have to go, and I think they'll take another ultrasound.
Get it
It has to be done out
Mhm.
of Nacarlan, Laguna. It has to be done in a capital, hospital. So
Yeah,
we're
properly.
praying and claiming that it will be like that.
Sure. It has to be properly tested. Especially when you talk
Yes,
about the tumor, they
right.
to do some kind of
Yes.
scan. Yeah.
But ever since he started it, blowing himself every night, he feels
Mm-hmm.
better, he sleeps better, and
Mm-hmm.
especially on that part, he sleeps a little bit better about it.
Okay. Well, he felt the change, the transformation
Oh, a
for,
lot,
for
a
the better,
lot.
for the better, for the better. So
Right, for the
I
better.
guess you know when you're getting better, isn't it? That one
Right,
you don't even need anyone or any doctor to test you. You know you are getting better, and your
correct,
energy level is higher.
correct.
Okay.
But it's a mindset of, having the
Yeah.
doctor say it.
So, as you said, I guess there are a lot of people out there probably watching right now, and some of you may not see any effect, or you probably think that this thing doesn't work. Maybe it's because you are not disciplined enough or blowing it the right way. I don't know. Maybe. So,
Well, that's what I'm finding. They have the unit. When they get lazy, they don't do it, religiously. I came from the United States. When I was in the States, because I'm by myself in my room, I'm doing it, 2 times a day. And if you recall, my cataract is gone. I don't have prescriptive glasses. They gave me OTC, over-the-counter glasses, and I just need it for astigmatism or reading. But I checked, and when I went here, the doctor or my ophthalmologist were kind of like amazed, like, you don't need any surgery. And that's the same thing right now, and it's getting better and better. I am blowing religiously once a day before going to bed, whether I go to bed at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. I do that. I don't really neglect any or absent myself from blowing myself. I know some of the people there say, I'm lazy today, I'm not gonna do that. But I went to Malaysia at the home office, and I have it on my jacket. It's like my baby, it's wrapped in a, you know, I put it in a towel because the box is too big, and I had
okay.
it carry on.
Well, you can't live without it, right? I mean, once you know it works. Now, coming to case number three, which is what? Water in the lungs? Tell us about it.
Right. He's dear to me because he's my first cousin. Back in July, he was diagnosed with water on his lungs, was taken to the regional hospital in Santa Cruz, Laguna. But my aunt, who is our second mother, Auntie Vicky, told me, okay, can you share one of your iTeraCare unit to him? And so I asked one of my leaders in Nacarlan, Laguna. I was still in the United States, to deliver him one. And then he was blowing himself. And before, his right arm, he cannot reach anything, he cannot move. Now he can move it, he can even cook, Filipino foods. He's so good in cooking a lot of Filipino food, especially we call it the menudo Tagalog. And then to the extent that sometimes he's drinking again the native drink of lambanog. So
Wow. Okay, that's nice
yeah,
to hear.
it
And
is.
and your last, I mean, your fourth case is about a stroke and heart attack patient. Wow.
Correct. Yeah. She is I met her on the 70th birthday of my first cousin. Everybody here likes to party. And she is my cousin is her godmother, during their marriage. And he belongs to another MLM company with some kind of optimum analyzer. And I showed her the product. She has to go to the church, so she left me, and then she went to our place the following day. Her husband, Tato, had already 2 strokes. And we blew her, and he improves, and we blew her, and they improve. And they said they cannot afford the unit. So I lent it to her, and I said, okay, you can pay when you're making money in your other business. I said, if you want to join our business, you're more than welcome. But she was hesitant. She's so engrossed with the other company. And then something happens to the husband, which really triggers joining us. He has another stroke and a heart attack, and her face, according to her story, is kind of like, paralyzed, and then he cannot move his arm and hand, and he blew it with iTeraCare before he even go to the doctor. She had only 50 pesos, she said at that time, and she doesn't know where to get the money. But when they reached the hospital, he was doing fine, and the doctor commented, "You're okay. You had a heart attack, but you did not have like the asthma or hard in breathing and stuff like that." And they went home. So now she's working with us as one of our therapists. She was with us in our outreach program yesterday and was helping a bunch of people. So combined with her analyzer and this, she can really help a lot of people. But she believed on it 101% that she joined us.
Well, to all these people that you have mentioned, you are the angel.
Well,
You are
I
the
just
angel.
hope to continue my calling, whatever I can contribute, Dr. O. I
And
never realized it's so hard to make money here. The 18,240 with a discount is very hard.
but as I recall, you were into, I think, investment, right? I mean, insurance and
Correct,
do you
correct. And
do you
I'm
plan?
still doing
Yeah,
it.
do you plan to go back to the States, or what is your plan?
With my accident, going to Thailand, that will give me what another what do you call this one? That is this January. That will give me
Yeah.
another year, so I can continue my calling here, and
And
I'll go
blessing more
wherever he
people.
wants me to
Yeah.
go.
All right, that's great. So, I guess I'll be seeing you in Thailand. I guess you will be leaving when, on January 18th? When are you leaving?
We're going on the 17th. I just don't want to
17th.
cram, and then I'm a very they call me, oh my God, you're thinking about that the year before and now the after,
But
and
one thing I've observed is uh, you look better now, as in you put on a little bit of weight, not overweight, but I guess with the good food and happiness in the Philippines, helping these people, and yeah, so
well, my
you're
challenge was when I went here, I was on a plant-based diet, I only eat fresh fruits, vegetable, legumes, lentils, and tofu. But now I'm eating this liampo and
oh wow.
whatever, noodles and all this stuff. But I know I have to lose 9 pounds. I know iTeraCare can help me lose 9 pounds. I told my
Mhm.
diabetic doctor, I said, I think there is something that you're giving me which is having me eat a lot of food and throwing
Wow.
out the nerve medicine. You say, okay, this is
Mhm.
making you eat a lot of food. So, and
Well,
then the fruits are so yummy and
I know
fresh.
in the Philippines they say masarap.
Masarap
Masarap.
masyado.
Delicious masarap.
Yeah.
Okay, well, anyway, thank you so much, Julia, and thanks for sharing and blessing so many people and many more to come.
Well,
You've,
thank you
you've,
also for giving the time. I just want you to know we only did 52. We have 52 barangays. We only did two of them, one last year and yesterday. We're gonna
Mhm.
be doing 50 of them or more. We cannot
Exactly.
change the whole world, but we
I
can
know.
change the lives of people here in Acarlan, Laguna.
Yeah. For our viewers, barangay is something like a suburb, so
Correct,
it's a
correct,
neighborhood, and we call it barangay here in the Philippines. So
correct.
you are a blessing to many people out there, and thank you so much for coming
Well, I
once
want to
again.
mention I was just surrounded with and in fairness to them, these people like like Adora and Bob Arbon, they're fun-loving people, great grandparents and great dad and mom. And then we have this Irineo Argente, great dad, great grand also Amor Monakil Moncada, the same thing, great grandma, single mom. And then we have Marlon and Minerva. She's also a cancer survivor, breast cancer. And she finished her radiation, graduated, a bunch of chemo still, but she's blowing herself with a bunch of iTeraCare. So these are people who are very, very supportive of this cause. And I just did not do it myself. They were around me.
Okay, so these are your team members that
Correct. We
collectively
call we call
you went
ourselves
around the,
Bukes.
yeah.
Yeah, we call ourselves Bukes and Els.
Wonderful, wonderful. And I hope one of these days I'll get to meet them as well. Thank you
Yes.
once again, Julia, and I guess I'll have to say see you in Bangkok.
All right. See you
Yeah.
then.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Ingat po. Okay.
Ikaw din.
All right. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
So there you have it. One person can change the lives of many. So depending on your objective, your desire, your passion, if you want to reach out and help humanity, well, certainly, if this product has helped you, then perhaps you may want to help others, just like Julia did. Thank you for watching. And next week, there won't be a live stream. I believe there will be a live stream to cover the event of our second Prife anniversary celebration in Bangkok. So we will resume again the week after that. Thank you for watching and God bless all of you. Bye.
Medical disclaimers. iTera Classic and iTera Pro are not medical devices. The information provided on our website is for educational purposes only and does not substitute for professional medical advice. Please consult a medical professional or healthcare provider if you are seeking medical advice, diagnoses, or treatment. Prife International shall not be liable for risks or issues associated with using or acting upon the information on our website. Prife International shall not be liable or responsible for the actions, misrepresentations, or negligence of our members who are independent contractors.